Hello everybody, welcome to Tomica weekend, because that's a thing now. Yeah, I know a couple of you guys were showing Tomicas, and I already planned on doing it, so here we go. Anybody else that wants to show some Tomicas, feel free to join in for Tomica weekend here. But let's take a look. We got some TLVs. We got a couple other rare pieces. We got 5 in total to look at today. This might be a long video if I'm gawking out all the details, but we'll start with the first piece because you guys have already seen it. So rather than keeping the best for last, we're going to keep the unseen for last, if that makes sense. But yeah, you guys have already seen my Pajero here. You know how much I love it. But today we're finally going to take a look at all the details it gives us. And starting off at the front, come on camera, we're not going through this today. You know, iPhone cameras were not made to look at TLVs, I can tell you that. Because it just does not want to focus. I don't want to mess it with it either. Come on. Okay. I think this is the best we're going to get, guys. We do have lensed headlights up front. They are plastic inserted. The grille here is also a plastic insert with the Mitsubishi logo tampoed on the grille. We have this, I guess, is in our plastic insert. This grille, maybe it's part of that grille, or this bumper. The bumper here is part of that grille. I don't know. It's got the license plate. These are, I don't know if the rest of the bumper here is metal or not. It's hard to tell. We do have the windshield wipers painted on the window. They're not actually there, but they're just painted there. We do have the mirrors. On this side, we got the white trim. And I already tried to zoom in on that. I don't know what that says. We got the marker light. No! Well, zoomage is going to be terrible the rest of the day because it just decided to... Because you can touch the screen to tell it where to focus. And I hate doing that because it throws off the lighting. So, if I like do this, see, you can see how it's like changing the light. It's hard to show. But, you take a look at the wheels here. We do have authentic wheels. They are rubber tires. See, look at it. If I get closer, the screen darkens, and if I pull away, it lightens. Dang it, I hate this. We do have rubber tires here with the authentic rim piece. We have a gold trim above the white stripe. Well, not really trim, pinstriping. Back there you can see some words. I guess that's the engine. V6 350 or 3500 or 3500. I don't know. How would you say it? On the back here you can see how... Oh, is this zoomed in as far as it can go? Oh, no, that is. You can see the details on that rear light. You can see how the top and bottom is the red. Then you got the black separating them from the middle, which the middle is half amber and then half just clear white. So I guess the clear white would be the turn signal, or no, the reverse light, and then obviously the amber would be the turn signal. Gotta zoom in out. Zoom on out. I guess we can go back in here for a second. Because it does say Pajero over the license plate. And then it does say Mitsubishi over Pajero there. Right next to the Mitsubishi logo. It's very hard to see though, because it is silver like the car. You got the full-size spare tire, the same size as the normal wheels, along with the chrome rear bumper and the side, or the back step. It does have a side step right there on both sides. This side I won't spend too much time on. We can take a gander at the interior. I believe it's an automatic in there. It's just very hard to see through the windows. Even though they are very thin, they are very reflective because they are so shiny. So, steering wheel is not a nub like we see on most cars, so that's a plus. We got all the vents detailed in the dashboard. Looks like there's a shelf in the dashboard, honestly. Take a look through the other side. Dashboard's got like some sort of stand right there. You can display your Tomica Pajero while you're driving your real one. Better look at the steering wheel there. Here's the second row. Not much details there. You can see, I guess, cup holders. Some cup holders in front of the seats. And then we got the third row. So, the Pajero is a third row vehicle. Come on, zoom out. It does have a third row in it. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this. It captures the Pajero very nicely. And yeah, A++ from a Pajero fan. It does have the mid-roof. Oh yeah, the base. How did I forget about the base? It is called Mitsubishi Pajero mid-roof. But the base has all these details on it. And you can tell what's a separate piece because it's kind of like elevated from the ground. Well, there's like holes. There's like, it's like a bridge. There's space under these supports there. So yeah, these suspension, I guess you could call them, even though the casting doesn't have actual suspension. It's got the suspension pieces. I think these are like called knuckles or something. They are plastic pieces. That's a plastic separate piece. The drivetrain here is a separate plastic piece along with this exhaust right next to it. And the actual muffler itself is a plastic piece. It just died. It just stopped focusing. But you can see on the back, if I get some zoomage, maybe is the chrome throwing it off or something? You can see the little exhaust pipe resting on my finger there. Yeah, it is a separate piece. It kind of wiggles. I wouldn't suggest picking at it too much because it could just pop off. But that is it for the Pajero here. Very lovely casting. And its box is bigger for some reason. I don't know why. The car itself is could fit in a normal TLV box, but its box is so big there. It fills up the screen. And if I get a different one, it is much smaller. So, Pajero's got a larger box. I don't know why. Get the Pajero box out of here. But yeah, that brings us to the next vehicle, which is this Nissan Skyline 2800 diesel GT. So it is a diesel Skyline, which I didn't know those existed. I would assume it has the hood mirrors that you could put on it, but I got this used. It doesn't have the mirrors. The Pajero did. I'm not going to put those on, but I could put the mirrors on if I wanted to. It came with them. So here's the Skyline. And just overall, great detail. It does have the words on the roof there, which, because this is a replica of a real car, probably from like an auto show or something. But we can see here up front, does have lensed headlights. The grille, I think, is a separate piece. It seems to be plastic. The front bumper is a separate piece, I know for sure. It is a separate plastic piece because it wiggles. It's a little loose. But it does have a license plate. That's what leads me to believe it's a real car, because they wouldn't put a license plate on it for nothing. Mostly because they don't want to steal someone else's plate. If they just make up a plate, they could be like taking a real plate. So, but also, I don't know if this is a real car because 2800, that's the plate, which is in the name of the car. So I don't know if TLV just did that to be creative or something, or if this is a real car that actually existed with a 2800 plate. I don't know. But the bumper is chrome for the most part. I don't know why I zoomed out. It was perfectly focused, and I just had to zoom out. The bumper is chrome with a couple black trim on it. You can see turn signals under the bumper very slightly. It is very blurry, and sorry for that. On the hood, it says Skyline 2800 and then Diesel GT up there. These little dots, I would suggest that's where the mirrors go. These little black dots. But I don't know. Marker light. Love the steely wheels on this one. And the steelies. With the rubber tires. We have a black pinstripe down the side. All the way to the door here. And then it says something down here at the bottom. Diesel GT. I just read it. Yeah, see, there it is. It's kind of... And coming along the back, oh, I think it says Skyline. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show you the front. It's very hard to see, but right, probably about in the middle of your screen, you'll see a little bit of blue. I don't know how good you... Oh, there. Oh, dang. You see it? You see on the right-hand side of the black grille, there is a little blue lightning bolt that is the Skyline logo for the four-door Skylines. All four-door Skylines have that little lightning bolt. So, at least until the R34. After the R34, the four-door Skylines never got that logo again. So Skyline on the back there. Turning it around, we have the license plate again. Classic Skyline taillights. Hello. How long until this will focus? Let's just be patient and wait for it to focus. It will figure it out eventually. They say electronics are smart. Let's see how smart this smartphone is. Obviously not smart enough to self-focus. I have to mess with it. Oh. No, this is not focusing. You're just changing the brightness of the screen. I'm too far in anyway. Come on. Come on. Okay, we can kind of see it. Don't change the lighting when I... Oh. Come on. Hello? Won't even focus when I'm not zoomed in. There's something wrong with this phone. Why are you giving me so much trouble? And I'm sitting here yelling at an inanimate phone. But seriously, do I deserve all this? You can kind of see it like this. I'm afraid if I move it, it will not focus. But you can see the tail lights. All detailed there. The license plate. It says Skyline above the plate. If you can just make that out. Ugh, I messed it up now. And then Nissan right there. Chrome rear bumper with black trim on the side of it. I think for Japan they did black trim on the side there to avoid any scratches on the chrome. Even to this day, like, I guess they don't have good parkers there. People aren't good at parking because there are these little antennas that a lot of cars out there have that they stick on their bumpers. So people parking near them can see where their bumper is so they don't get scratched. So, I don't know. I've seen it a lot. Not like I've been there or anything, but gas tank is back here for some reason. It was in the trunk. So imagine seeing a Skyline at a gas station filling up its tank with diesel. That would be the weirdest thing ever. And then in the interior, Suppose that's an automatic in there too. Steering wheel. The window is throwing it off this time. I can tell it's... Okay, we're not going to be able to get an interior shot. Does not want to look through this reflective window. It's messing up the camera even worse than it already is. But the seats are very detailed. Oh, but I really want to get the dashboard. You can see it's kind of silver there. Where all the gauges and stuff are is silver behind the steering wheel. You can see the silver, but you can't see all the detail. Dang it. Trust me, it's there. You can see it. You can see the silver. Yeah, you can see the silver in there. And it does have suspension. Very stiff though. It's fighting me, but it will bounce. And that leads me to the last TLV of the day. One that I'm very excited about. I did tease that Skyline in a short video, but let me open the box here. Yes, I love this one. A couple of you, I mentioned that I did have this car coming in the mail, and I think I showed David Beeson. Yeah, I did show him. This is the Toyota Chaser 2.5, oh, camera is zoomed out, 2.5 Tourer V, aka the Toyota Chaser JZX100, I said Z, yeah, JZX100, that doesn't sound right, JZX sounds better, JZX100, I'll say that better, JZX doesn't sound right, it's really the same thing though, but here it is, oh yes, that's gorgeous, look at that. Look at that Chaser. I love the Chaser. Toyota Chaser is a very iconic drift car, believe it or not. Yeah, four-door drift car. You don't see a lot of that. And I have really wanted a Chaser in my collection for so long. And Tomica Limited Vintage is the second 1/64 scale brand to do it. The first was Kyosho, but that model came out well over 10 years ago. So it is kind of pretty rare and pricey today. So this is already getting pricey. I had to pay $30 for this one though. But they're going higher on eBay. We'll take a look at the detail. Oh, look at it. Oh. Look at that. Perfect. See? I don't have the lighting issue. But I know when I zoom out, the lighting issue will happen. So, we got the ambers. But I love the detail in the headlights because they always make the holes that glue the lights onto the actual metal, like the light bulbs in the actual car. So I really like how this one came out. This is brand new for 2021, January. It's a brand new casting. And yeah, I love this thing. It's got the license plate, no number on it, but it has black in the grill down here. We got, guess I don't know what those would be, fog lights maybe. But look at that authentic Toyota rim. Oh yes, this Chaser hits home good. Got up. The front bumper is plastic, and the front bumper is lower than the rest of the car. Actually, look at this. Green paint. Oh yeah. You can take a look in the interior. Nothing's really painted in the interior. Yeah, nothing's painted in there. So it is a very detailed interior, but you just can't see it. The windows always throw the camera off. Nothing really detailed on the side here. It's just all painted, which is fine. I don't know of anything that would be going on the back there. But we do have the back end is done here. If it will just focus a little bit, look, it's doing better. We got Tourer V, Toyota badge, Chaser. tail lights. We got the reverse light up there, and then and I guess the turn signal will be in there too. And the tail lights itself, license plate, not detailed. Rear bumper is metal this time. And look at the exhaust. The exhaust is a separate piece, which I love that. Love that detail. The mirrors have to be a separate piece. They are so small. They have to be little plastic pieces. But looking at the base here, you can see nothing too crazy on the base. It's all metal. There's no extra parts except the exhaust here. But it is one beautiful car. So happy to have this guy in my collection. And it did come with its extra parts to put on. We got the spoiler here, and then the spoiler has the little reverse light on it. They detailed the spoiler. You can see, look at that, the little reverse light. That car's in the way. You can see the red little reverse light on the lip of the spoiler. That is awesome detailing. Just for the little piece that half the owners won't even put on, they still detailed it. It would look awesome with the spoiler, but I don't have the guts to glue that on there. And then it also has the little diffuser to go, I guess it would be diffuser. We'll switch hands out. The diffuser that would go over the sunroof here, but again, I'm not putting that on. I don't want to risk ruining the paint on this thing. But there it is, Chaser. And we can put it to scale with the Pajero. And the Skyline. That's just going to block it though. That's the TLVs. That's what I got for TLVs. That's 3 out of the 5 cars I've got to show you today. Oh, wait a minute. There is suspension on the rear of this thing. I don't know why the front doesn't have any. The rear has suspension. The front, if you do them at the same time, the front will, but the front won't go on its own. 2 more castings. Next, we have a Nissan Skyline GTR R33. That is horrible. Now, well, not the car, but just going from a TLV to a basic Tomica is kind of like, what the heck? Because this thing's got no details whatsoever, but at least paint details. Or actually, the TLV isn't even like paint. Everything is like lensed and inserted. But there's a reason I'm showing this one today. I had this on the list to review anyway, but I need to show this one today because I've got another car today that I want to show you, the last car of the day. So, the last one is super special. Maybe not, well, it is rarer than the TLVs, I'll say that. But the TLVs are always going to be very special to me. But here's the R33 from Tomica. This is an original one from probably the 90s. This is really rare, actually. Probably be worth a lot more if I had the box, but I'm not worried about the price because I never would sell it. But you can see on the front here, the headlights are separate plastic pieces, but they're just gray. They're just gray on the silver paint, so they kind of look bad. Grill, the classic R33 grill. Then more grills at the bottom there. The lip. It is a very wide casting. I probably should not be showing the width. Yeah, it is a wide casting. There's a scratch on the hood. It was used, but it's almost new, so it really doesn't matter. There's the side, back. No details on the back. It does have the beautiful tail lights, though. Other side. Top, you already saw that scratch. It is a police car. You have the police light up there. It's an unmarked police car. There's the spoiler. Spoiler is not hollow. I mean, it's a 90s casting. What do you expect? There's no hole for the spoiler. Base. base there. The bases are always the same on the Skylines. I've noticed that. Well, at least the 33 and the 32. I don't have the original R34 from the early 2000s. They retooled it recently, but I don't have the original version. I bet it has the same base, because literally they all have the same base, and what's different is the numbers, and yeah, the numbers. The R32 I have has the same exact base as this, because I can tell the shape up front here, because it doesn't fill this whole area. The R32 one doesn't either, but that's probably why the front of the R34 is so flat on the old casting, because they actually kept that flush. So I don't know, but it does have opening doors, very dusty interior there, and also the typical 90s no dashboard on the Tomicas. But you really can't complain about that when you got the limited vintage ones that you can get. If you want a dashboard, then get a dashboard. And it does have suspension, very good suspension. So why did I show this one today? Because this ain't premium, and it is kind of rare, but not really. Well, I showed this one because I got a very special Tomica Limited version. Here. It is an R33, but you notice something there. It says the Nismo 400R version of the R33. It doesn't even fit on camera. There it is. Yeah, super rare. I'm gonna unbox this as I'm talking here. Nobody really knows that I had this one except Instagram. I posted it to Instagram, but there's not many of you. David Beeson could have saw it. I don't know if he did. I didn't come right out and show him or anybody on YouTube. I kind of hinted to David Jones. I had something. Maybe I hinted to Beeson. I got this a month ago, guys. I have had it waiting. Maybe a couple other you guys I hinted to that I had something rare coming. And, well, it's here. Oh, first of all, there is a checklist. Or, not checklist, but a little pamphlet. I love these things. Especially these old ones. So we got Tomica Limited. So Tomica Limited came before the premium line. So look at, we got a Honda S800, we got a Z, and we got the tail lights and the wheel of an RX-7. Tomica Limited came before Tomica Premium. Tomica Limited has nothing to do with TLV, even though their names are very similar. But yeah, Tomica Limited was discontinued, and then Tomica Premium took its place. So Tomica Limited is basically premium versions of basic cars, while as Tomica Premium are just brand new castings created specifically for Tomica Premium. This is, they have, I don't know when this car came out, but they have, you could have gotten an R32 in January, an old Toyopet in March, and I don't know what that is. It looks like a Mazda, maybe one of the newer Cosmos, maybe? 1800 XE doesn't ring a bell to me. But also February here, you could have gotten this Skyline box set with the Nismo 400R. So there's the old casting in the R34. It's kind of bad. It's honestly bad. Yeah, to diss Tomica like that is not something I usually do, but this casting, look how flat the front end is. And then the back end, the taillights were so small. It's kind of ugly looking. They did better with the R33 and the R34. Or the R32. But nothing else on the back here except Japanese, and I know some of you can't read that. 2001. Maybe this came out in 2001. I don't know. Or does that just say Tomica Premium will be coming in 2000? No, Tomica Premium's not that old, though. And then, of course, Tomica Limited, it came with this little plaque. You can see my phone camera there. Hello. The phone camera does not work. And then here is the R33 400R. Please be this. No, don't. we don't want this to be the screensaver. Let's just get that away before it shows my reflection. We don't want this to be the screensaver, right? Because this is supposed to be the surprise at the end. But you can see this is the same exact casting as the basic range one here, but just more detailed. So it is detailed like a Tomica Limited Vintage, but it's not really. They're just doing the best they can with a basic casting. And the best, I think I said, they did it all right. They did it. Looking at the front here, got the GTR badge in the grille. Grille's painted black. Headlights this time are actually clear pieces inserted. Grille's all done at the bottom here. Some trim, I don't know what that's about. Marker lights in the grille. Got a silver grille here when everything else is black. So I don't know what half these things do. But, oh, no, that's not GTR in there. That's 400R. Oh, I didn't see that. On the hood here, we got a fake hood scoop. You know, nothing too uncommon nowadays with cheap cars having fake hood scoops, fake side scoops too. But you got the 400. I don't know why it stops there either. Maybe it's a mistampo. I don't know, but we got the 400R striping along the side, and then look at it ends with 400R. The new Nismo logo there, and you know I specified new Nismo logo because the old one showed up on here too, which is my favorite part of this car. The old Nismo logo, oh yes. We have, get the side decals there. We got the marker light. 400R under the marker light, and then GTR, I think there. Coming around at the back, oh yes, so you can see here, it does have something on the license plate. That is the old Nismo logo on the license plate. We don't see that much anymore. If that's on a real car, that's really cool, because nothing is really branded old Nismo like that. Because that's the new Nismo logo up there with the more boxy font and the white, or the red O, but that's the old Nismo logo with the point edges. So I'm like they put both of them on here, but I personally love the old logo. We do have the tail lights done, of course. 400R logo, skyline on the trunk, and then the key fob for the trunk. Of course, the spoiler is painted flat black with the sides remaining yellow. Almost a reverse light. Turn signal, maybe that white strip is that reverse light there. I don't know. And if you take a look at the wheels, these are actual wheels. These are LMGT2 wheels. So I like the licensed wheels on here. That just brings it all together. 400R up there on the spoiler too. Black trim around the windows as well. A very crappy interior, honestly. Look, it looks pretty cheap in there. Steering wheel's a different color though. The steering wheel is gray when the interior is black. The interior looks kind of chintzy, I'll be honest. The interior does not look the best. But they nailed the outside of this thing. The base is even the same as the normal one. We got the tread tires. And, of course, same casting it has, suspension. I think that's it, guys. Camera's kind of falling over. Tripod. Come on. Ooh, we're up here now. Right there. I think that's it, guys. Let's bring all of them up here. Look how small. The casting for the R33 is so big. It's bigger than this Chaser. Everything up here that we looked at today, we'll put that up there, then this maybe there. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.